One Piece is coming to an end. I know it's heartbreaking, but the show we all love is coming to an end soon. Soon, we will no longer have any One Piece to watch. So, let's talk about everything going on right now. The world of One Piece is exploding right now, and so much is going on. But first, let's talk about everyone's favorite group in the world. The Cross Guild. The Cross Guild is currently exploding with Mihawk, and Crocodile working under the almighty Buggy-sama, the feared Yonko of the sea, with the strongest sword user and the strongest... the warlord. Nope. Strongest man named after an animal. Nope. Oh, I got it. Strongest man with one arm. Shit. Buggy and the Cross Guild are doing things never done before. They're turning the hunters into the hunted. For those of you who still don't see how crazy this is, it would be similar to turning Foxy into happiness. Crazy, I know. By hunting the Marines, they uphold the biggest Uno reverse card in the history of the show by forcing the Marines to have to fear for their lives instead. It's massive that this is happening because it makes the Marines have to slow down and watch their steps. They can't go all out without fearing some brave bounty hunter coming along and scooping one of their juicy bounties. Speaking of juicy things, let's talk about... Now let's go back to our real favorite group. The Marines! No, I'm playing though. For real though, the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats are currently amidst their biggest face-off with the world government by far, as they're currently trapped on Egghead with the genius Dr. Vegapunk. Egghead has been one of the most action-packed arcs I've ever seen and has genuinely been a 10 out of 10 so far. Soon after the crew met Vegapunk, they got smacked with CP0 and the Leopard Boy. As the crew struggles to get away from the threat that is CP0, an even larger threat comes. While the crew currently has control over the almighty beings the Seraphim, Kizaru and a member of the Gorosei are on their way to the island. It can be expected that, well, we're gonna fight our first ever admiral. Yet somehow, even scarier than that is the prospect of fighting the Seraphim. You know, for someone who wants world peace or something, Vegapunk is shit at this. My guy literally made weapons capable of destroying the world, and then he says he's all for peace. What is he, the American government? Moving on from America, though, let's talk about a different country, the Ancient Kingdom. For the first time in the show, the truth is slowly being revealed. Egghead is not only providing us with some cool throwback action scenes between CP0 and the crew, but is also giving us a free history lesson. Seeing the Ancient Kingdom slowly be revealed to be even more technologically advanced than Egghead is so goddamn cool. Moving on from giant robots and big brain people, though, let's talk about Garp. The opposite of both of those, especially the smart one. For the first time in the show, Garp is doing shit. Following the kidnapping of Kobe on Amazon Lily, Garp is doing what he failed to do with Ace and is going to bring Kobe back. Garp the hero finally returns. The man, the myth, the legend, Garp. Only problem is he's going straight into the base of one of the most powerful men alive. But it's okay because he beats rocks, right? He beat rocks, he can beat Blackbeard, right? Yeah, but the only problem is when he beat rocks, he could bend over without his back cracking. Now listen, call it extreme bravery or extreme stupidity or a mixture of both, but seeing Garp finally prioritize his loved ones over his job is really heartwarming. You can tell this man took Dodon's words to his heart and he's determined to make things right. While I'm sure he's gonna get his ass handed to him by Blackbeard, you never know! After all, he is the hero of the Marines, right? On the topic of Blackbeard though, this massive pirate is finally doing things as well. Doing things that aren't partying, eating, and drinking, that is. For one, we saw him and his crew on Amazon Lily trying to steal Boa's fruit, and while he did come extremely close, he was eventually stopped by the Seraphim and Rayleigh, which is a weird combination for sure. While fleeing, however, he did steal Kobe. After that though, we saw him again on an island challenging the one and only Trafalgar Daddy Law to a fight. What? Did you not know that's what the D initial stood for? While the fight was mostly off-screen, we did get to see an extremely cool action scene with Law and his crew managing to put up a good fight against Blackbeard's overpowered crew. Speaking of his crew though, Aokiji and Mr. Von this dude, they went into Whole Cake Island and stole pudding, meaning that they now have someone who can decipher poneglyphs. In other words, Blackbeard is heading into the endgame. If he can defeat Law, which he most probably can, he'll have most of the road poneglyphs, leaving only one left, the same one that Luffy has to find as well. So now let's talk about where the poneglyphs could be, and I think most people are confident in saying Elbaf. Elbaf is currently being set up as the next arc for the Straw Hats, with so much lore about it being dropped in the current arc. When we go to Elbaf though, we might also meet Kid, who is currently in Elbaf. And hey, maybe we'll get another Kid-in-Law They Were Just Cellmates reunion. But for real, I feel like Kid is in way over his head this time. Elbaf seems genuinely scary, yet he's barging in there like he owns the place, which is... well, it's not the smartest idea for sure. And while the Straw Hats and the Kid Pirates reunion is almost set in stone to happen, I'm nervous for how the reunion actually will take place. And finally, now let's talk about the world government. They are doing a lot, which is surprising because they usually don't do anything. Except for genocide, they love doing that. For one, a member of the Gorosei is leaving Mary Joie for the first time, which already shows us that the end is coming. I mean, one of the 5 most powerful people in the world government, at least in the public eye, leaving the safety of Mary Joie is massive. The world government is actually going all out this time. They're sending all of their forces to Egghead and even recently dispatched 2 of their 3 admirals. Ryokogi was sent to bring in Weevil, and Kizaru's heading to Egghead with St. J. Garcia Saturn. Side note, that's a badass name for someone who is not very badass. But the world government is truly going all in this time. The end is coming and we can see how all of their pieces are moving. But we can't talk about the world government without talking about one person. The person who rules it all. The dude who controls everything. But chin hell mep up nuts. It's Emu. Emu's finally doing things as well, and by that I mean they showed up for a chapter, blew up an entire island, and then they disappeared again. Listen, at least they showed up though. That's already better than every anime dad. On the topic of absent dads though, let's talk about Dragon. Finally, the Revolutionaries are showing up. We got to see a bit of their past as well as them right now as they try to stop Kuma from whatever Kuma's doing. Listen, they haven't done much, but they are starting to do things. That's more than Akainu's done for the past 10 years. But yeah, we should take a moment to talk about Kuma, who's currently heading into somewhere. We don't know for sure, but last we saw him, he was climbing the red line into the Holy Land of Mary Joie. But on the topic of Revolutionaries, Sabo. We don't know if he's alive or not because he was blown by Emu. Nope, let me try that again. We don't know if he's alive or not because he was blown up by Emu, but if he is, it means that he knows about the secret truth of the world. So overall, the Revolutionaries are doing shit, just not much shit. But on the topic of someone doing much shit though, Rock's Pirates. What was that transition? As we get deeper and deeper into the endgame, we get to see more and more of them being revealed. We got to see clones of Stussy Buckingham and also the real Stussy Buckingham, unfortunately. Oh yeah, by the way, clones exist. That's something. But it's clear that Oda's finally beginning to use the 20 plus years of build-up and mysteries he's made to create one of the most satisfying endings ever. As we go deeper and deeper into One Piece, we realize just how amazing this series is. The payout for over 25 plus years of work is coming soon, you guys. Every single mystery we wanted to see is going to be revealed as One Piece truly heads into the endgame. How Devil Fruits were made, what is the Ancient Kingdom, who is Joy Boy, what is the One Piece, all of it is going to be revealed soon, and god damn it, One Piece is so good. Oh, but before we finish up, we should talk about what everyone's favorite mystery is doing right now. Shanks. Shanks right now is doing... Get it? Because he isn't doing shit. Well, I mean, he might be going for the One Piece, but... we don't really know. Overall, though, that's it for me. Thank you.